Hi, welcome to the Garden Light Shop. In this video I'll be talking about one of the Techmar Garden Lights switches, which is the timer sensor. This is a great plug and play 12 volt switch. It's been in the range for many years. It has been improved, modified slightly over those at that time, but it's probably our fastest moving, most popular switch. It is a semi-automatic switch, so I'll explain what I mean by semi-automatic in a minute. But it's just an easy switch. It just does exactly what it's supposed to do. So I've unboxed one of them. This is the switch. It needs to be wall mounted outside. It's got wall fixings there, and it needs, because it's got a light sensor up here, it needs to be able to see light, so it can't be anywhere dark, so in between a fence and a shed, something like that. It will work, but it might be on a lot earlier than you ever want it to be, because it's going to think it's dark earlier. So it needs to be wall mounted. It comes with 1 meter of cable. This cable will plug into the transformer. I've got a small little 24 watt version here, and then on the output here you'll see that you've got a socket, a female socket, and that's where you plug your cable to go off around your garden. So all our switches, all the Techmar garden light switches, are inline switches, so this switch needs to go into the transformer and then your lighting cable from there, and it will control everything that's connected after it to a maximum loading of 150 watts, this switch. So great little unit. So I will plug it into the transformer and talk you through what happens. So initially you'll get an A on the display. Okay, so this is A, basically means dusk to dawn setting, so it will come on at dusk and it will go off when it gets light in the morning. So basically it will have your lights on all night. If you've got a permanent on, which is the O in the display, okay, and you've got no display at all, is a permanent off. Okay, with all our switches, all the 12 volt switches that we do, we recommend that you keep them powered, so keep the supply to the transformer going. They're all eco transformers, so when there's no lights on, these virtually shut down, but they just trickle enough power through to these switches to hold memory settings. If you turn the power off to this, every time you switch the power back on, this will have to recalibrate itself, which could take 24-48 hours for it to settle down and work. So we've got a permanent on, okay, an A, and then we've got settings in the display 1 to 9, so you can toggle up using the buttons on the timer sensor. So for instance, I've got 5 in the display now, so once the light sensor detects it is getting dark, it will switch your lights on and it will hold those lights on for 5 hours. Again, if you went to a different one, 6 hours, all the way up to 9. So in winter you might want it on 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. Okay, in summer you might only want it on for 1 hour because it's getting dark at 9:30 at night. Entirely up to you. Or you can switch it off, but keep the power to the transformer going. Do not switch that off. So it's very easy. So on the output you would plug in your lighting cable. In this case I've just put a small little spotlight on there. Okay, so set to 4. When it gets dark, that will switch it on and it will go off 4 hours later. You can try and trick it. People say put their finger over the light sensor and it's not working. It takes quite a while to cover up that light sensor to stop nuisance triggering, because if a cloud went over on a fairly sunny day, you don't want your lights coming on. So you can go all the way up and then you can get to a permanent on and you can see the lights on, okay, off again. So that's pretty much it. It's a semi-automatic switch. Like I said, that basically means it's going to bring your lights on every day at dusk, okay, unless you've got it switched off, and then off 1 to 9 hours later. As the seasons change, you will need to change that on time, okay. 4 or 5 times a year is from my own experience. Just go out there and change it, but it is pretty much a switch where you want your lights coming on every day, so you can enjoy the lights. Yeah, so you just got to change the on setting on it, to suit. If let's say for instance you're having a party in the garden and the lights go off, you can override it, have them on permanently, and then just switch them off when you go in, just on the up and down arrows. and you can put it back to the time setting, and the following night it will revert back to coming on at dusk, going off however many hours you want. Great little switch, probably the cheapest. It is the cheapest in the range, and just does a great job. Any questions, please give us a call or email us on the usual addresses. Thank you for watching.